I was listening to Hannity on the radio yesterday, and Newt Gingrich was on, and he says it's going to be a big landslide for Trump and the Republicans. He's convinced of it. Now, the speaker is a savvy political player. There's no doubt about that. I can't subscribe to what he says. Now, I hope he's right. I do. But, boy, the indicators are it's going to be so close. Now, this program, you should know, we don't root, even though I have been upfront with you, and this is the first time I've ever done it in my career, about the danger I see from this election. I'm not rooting because that would skew my coverage. And so when I was popping around last night, every single program was rooting for either Biden or Trump. Every one. And the network news was so derelict, they didn't even cover at ABC News. They didn't even cover the Amy Coney Barrett not resurrection, but election by the Senate to the Supreme Court, because it is an election. 52-48, every Democrat voted against Amy Coney Barrett. They have to, because if they didn't, Schumer, the Senate Minority Leader, Chuck Schumer from New York, would cut off their money. So next time they ran, they wouldn't have any money from the Democratic National Committees and the Democratic PACs. So they have to vote that way. Pelosi does that in the House. McConnell does it too, to some extent, on the Republican side, but not that. So that's what you saw. They weren't voting about Amy Coney Barrett. They were voting like, if I don't go along with Schumer and vote against her, I'm not going to get any money. Now, that's the swamp, all right? That's not what these politicians should be doing. All right, so let's get into the election. So Rasmussen, yesterday we told you Trump eked ahead by 1 point. It was a national poll. Rasmussen was right last time around. Today, Biden's back in front by 2. Now, this is a margin of error. They're in the zone. So what Rasmussen is signaling, and they talked to 1,500 likely voters, Democrat 37, Republican 33, other 30. What they're signaling is go either way. And that's what I believe at this point. Job performance, 51% of likely U.S. voters approved President Trump's job performance, according to Rasmussen. 48% disapprove. It's a good number for Trump. Okay? It's a better number than he's had, and that continues to hold steady. Okay, so the key state, as you probably know, is Pennsylvania. Florida, of course, but I'll get to Florida in a minute. But Pennsylvania is a state that both Biden and Trump need, all right? Now, the latest poll out of Pennsylvania that I mentioned yesterday is by the Insider Advantage group, but only 400 likely voters, not a big sample. It's got Trump up by 2. That's the only poll in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania that has Trump ahead. So I told you I was going to check out the Insider Advantage poll because I'm not really familiar with it. It is a conservative crew. All right? You need to know that. They polled people in Pennsylvania, Democrat 46, Republican 42, Independent 12. So that's a strong showing for Donald Trump if it's accurate. They were correct last time, Insider Advantage. They don't do a lot of polling. It's targeted polling, but again, very small sample. Okay, so that's that. Pennsylvania itself is divided. The East is going to go for Biden. That's Philadelphia. All right, Scranton, Biden's hometown. The West will go for Trump. So you just don't know where that line is going to be. Biden hurt himself by saying he's going to do away with fossil fuels. And, you know, nobody believes him on fracking because he's getting pushed by the far left to do away with all of that. Trump has been there a lot. In big crowds, does well there. So I'm going to say next Monday, I'll tell you what I think in Pennsylvania. Right now, it's a tie. Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. As you all know, the dollar is at a 10-year low. and November could spell real trouble. That's why I recommend you consider physical gold and silver, and the only company I do business with in this area is American Hartford Gold. You can call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you a free gold coin on your first qualified order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold's up over 40%, silver over 60%. So please don't wait. Call them now. 877-444-GOLD Gold. 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532.